Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is zeeshanrahatkureshi and I'm the founder and CEO of High Achievers League. So today we have with us Mr. Syed Asghar Zaidi. He's doing his MBA from Central Michigan University in cybersecurity. So welcome Asghar and thank you so much for having this interview with us.
Walaikum assalam, everyone, and thank you so much, Zishan, for having me. And thanks for all the process we have been through. The process I have been now in Central Michigan University has been a really great experience for me. Initially, I was very much stressed in stress because I was very much worried about how to adjust in a new environment. But over the period, the people over here are very cordial, and they used to welcome new international students very well. So things are very getting very smooth for me.
Okay, so your degree is very interesting. So it's MBA in cybersecurity. So generally, when we talk about cybersecurity, people think that it's some technical kind of a degree. But your degree is in MBA in cybersecurity. So that's quite interesting. So how do you connect the dots here? How is there a merger between business and cybersecurity? So what's the degree all about?
So as you know, Zishan bhai, there was when I was searching out for my universities, I was just looking क्योंकि मेरा जो background था वो bachelor's in filmmaking में था. So I was not very sure कि will I be get admitted into the technical fields, because technical fields required your basic knowledge or prerequisite knowledge आपको चाहिए होती है. तो my bachelor's was not supportive enough, for which I did my certification courses, and I was looking to go through a channel of MBA only. Luckily, when I found Central Michigan University, it was not affiliating these technical courses that require stamps. Cybersecurity is a stamp courses. And apart from cybersecurity, there are many others like data analytics, project management, logistic management, finance. These courses are also being offered by Central Michigan University, and your degree will be regarded as STEM degree, your MBA STEM degree. The course structure functions in a way that there are 36 credit hours, out of which 27 are basic MBA courses, which you have to do as a basic MBA out, and the other nine courses will be related to your emphasis. So cyber security is somehow that I'm choosing my as an emphasis. So my nine credit hour course will be related to cybersecurity. So this affiliation was made by December 2023. So as you know, कि मेरा admission July में हो गया था, and I was looking into that process. I was in constant call with my university, so I deferred my semester just because of this particular policy कि मेरी degree STEM affiliated ho jaye, and my MB, because for MS, for to getting admission in MS, there are chances you have to go through a process, like आपको अपने ऊपर effort डालनी पड़ेगी, additional certifications courses लेने पड़ेंगे to, और experience show करना पड़ेगा. मेरे पास सर्टिफिकेशन थी बट मेरे पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं थी. मेरा एक्सपीरियंस, जॉब एक्सपीरियंस वाज रिलेटेड टू कम्युनिकेशन डिजाइन एंड कंटेंट मैनेजमेंट. सो दिस वाज समथिंग रियली ट्रिकी फॉर मी एट दिस पॉइंट, क्योंकि जॉब के साथ एक सर्टिफिकेशन करना और एक नया एक्सपीरियंस गेन करना. So when I look for Central Michigan University and the new policy of affiliating STEM course with their MBA program, so I put effort with in joining CMU,
All right.
as you
So
know
for
that.
those who don't know what a STEM degree is, so STEM degree is a technical degree generally. And the advantage of having a STEM degree is that you can have a 3 year OPT, which means that after graduating, you can stay in US for 3 years. So you get the OPT for the first year, and then it can be, revised for another 2 years. So that's a great advantage that you have there, Azhar. So my next question is, because your background was in communications or production, so why did you think about choosing a technical field? Why didn't you like continue in your own area?
Because I was basically having a job experience, like it was like for last 4 years I was into the communication design, and I was into content management basically. So I just analyzed, because as AI is taking over so fast that every field is being blanketed over by AI very soon, and job efficiency will get low anytime. And when it comes to Pakistan, the competitive market is very fierce. So at this point, it was my time to consider uh, jumping onto another field which has a great scope, great growth. So cybersecurity was something that influenced me to pursue my career. And so I have been through it. I have been in last year was a great effort on me, on myself, because I was just in a constant I was being dicey that what to do in my future and what not. I have done certification courses like Java and all my DSQL, although those courses didn't help me out that much. But by having that efforts, I knew more about how cybersecurity and data analytics will work. So when I was choosing between my emphasis, so I was a bit dicey about data analytics and cybersecurity. So somehow cybersecurity captivates me more, better than data analytics. Data analytics too, it's a great deal to make for students who are planning to, but it's about your own interest, how you perceive knowledge, how you perceive things. So this
Right.
was my,
So,
because the taking, sorry.
uh, So I was saying that this also answers questions of those who generally ask us that if they're applying in US, can they change their degree or their field? So yes, they can do that, but in order to do that, obviously there should be a reason to do that, and I'm sure that you must have written that in your essay when you were applying to the university. So if you can make a connection why you are changing your field and what is it that you want to do in the future, so that is possible in the US. You would agree with that?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And to be honest, many students, even if I was in Pakistan, I had a misconception about how things work in USA. The environment for studies are really different here, and you would love to, you would put additional efforts of studying more, because I'm just quoting my incident that in Pakistan, when I was in university, my I was a bit confused, or a bit hesitant to express my information, as express my knowledge, and express my knowledge that I perceived from the course materials, because there's a concept that your teacher will only regard the concept he is going with. But in America it's different. In USA it's really different. You have to perceive knowledge, be it anyhow. You just join something with something, nothing matters. My one of my professor complimented me that thanks for shaping my understanding into this, uh, by passing me through this tunnel, because it's something that not everyone can relate to this one. Even if he is a professional in that particular field, yet not have gone through different global chain, how global culture works. So this is something that you are appreciated over here for your studies, for your input, and it's really help you encourage to add more into your knowledge and add more to your
Right.
uh, skills.
So you moved from Karachi, right?
Yeah, I was from Karachi.
All right. So you have told us some of the things that you really liked in US and in the educational sector there. So if you compare your previous degree, which university was that from where you did your
I was
bachelor's?
from Karachi University, University of
Okay, Karachi
Karachi.
University. So, for those students who are looking forward to go to the US and study there, so what else have you felt different there as compared to Karachi or to Pakistan and the education environment? And what about the university's facilities? I mean, what are some of the particular things that you have really liked about the campus?
There are a lot many things, just because I cannot mm, shape all of them right now, because it's just been a month here. So, but mainly they do appreciate you to include yourself in a, give your inputs in every field. They don't always expect you to study. They want you to take a break. They are like additional benefits that really matters for people coming from Karachi. They have a CMU pantry, like they have a pantry in house that allows students to shop for free, like if they want to
Oh, wow.
run their bread and butter, like, so you can just take one day a week, like mine is Thursday, I can go and shop anything I want, but it's for Thursday. And if I want to go to a field trip, I just need to register myself. They will gonna arrange for it me with a minimal cost, or even for free. They allow you to be a part of societies, like I'm a part of film society over here, the theater society. That's somehow to connect my previous academics with. Also, there are some activities like the national basketball championship ticket they used to give just for the students who are coming from. They don't include themselves in just studying and going through the materials all the time. That's something really stressful for students coming from a different environment. So I believe that they are very much capable of creating a smooth channel for all the international students to such an extent that students are very much comfortable, and they can explore many other things, because study is something that is related to particularly a professional field, but it's the in CMU, it's a university environment that groom you to, because for the next 2 to 5 years you will be staying in US. So it's important to learn their culture, traditions, values, beliefs in a way. So being confined in a particular room just with your laptop and studying all that won't work if you don't have a professional ethics. You don't have a ethics of learning their values, talking, all of it. So it's important for you as an international student. For I'm asking to everyone who is planning to, that don't come with an dedication that I will just focus on studies, because it's something really making you stressful. At sometimes you will gonna break, and it's something that you need a break for. You need to make social circle over here. You need to communicate with people from different culture. You have to include yourself in societies, because that's important. You cannot work here just by getting confined into your studies. So this is what I would suggest for people who are planning to apply.
So I do agree with you because if it's just a matter of studies, you can do an online degree as well. But it's the matter of exposure and, engulfing yourself in the environment, in your surrounding, and learning from new people from other cultures. So see, so the experience is it's so important and it counts so much. So, Asghar, let's talk briefly about your planning or your preparation for getting admission here. So, did you take any tests and how did you do in those tests? Did you take GRE or IELTS, and how much did that affect your planning to get admission?
So, yeah, I have gone through a various. First of all, I would suggest that every student should shortlist some universities that's really aligning their expectations, their studies, because this is the first step. We always go through being in Pakistan. I just told you that people are very confused, that they just want to go somewhere outside the Pakistan. That's not a productive approach. I won't say that, because you are being trapping yourself in something really miserable. So it's better to align first, shortlist your university, shortlist your program you're trying to pursue. Further, then the English proficiency test is required. It's required by some universities, it's not required by some university. So talking about my past experiences, I didn't have some, because University of Karachi mainly deals with their native language, that is Urdu. Even if even they produce English degree, they don't consider, in a state university they don't consider it. So same situation goes for me. When I applied for CMU, they asked me for the IELTS test. I did my IELTS test over there, and I got 7 bands. Luckily, for masters you required 6.5, but I luckily got 7 bands, and it helped me. And there's a statement of purpose that need to reflect that why are you pursuing on this particular degree. Statement of purpose is something really important to understand. Statement of purpose is like your communication, your first interview to the university you're applying to. It will decide whether the university will ask you to submit your documents or not. So try to make it as potential statement of purpose for you as potential you can make. And for the student, the first thing I can indicated that stop being dicey towards that. I'll if I will not get it admitted to this, I'll get admitted to this. No, just align. There's always a plan A, plan B. That's definitely, but that should not be a part difference. Like if I'm planning to do masters in journalism, if I didn't get journalism, I'll go for cybersecurity. No, this is not the approach. Data analytics and cybersecurities are somehow related. If you can communicate like that, cybersecurity, I'm planning to get admission to cybersecurity. If not, my second choice will be data analytics. But some getting dicey and getting so much a far approach uh, will really make you miserable and really get you terrified at this moment, because I've been through this and I know Zishan bhai know that very well. So
Yeah, that's true. So your video is freezing, but that's okay. We can hear you okay. So I know you have to attend a group meeting. So
okay.
last question, are you living on campus or off campus?
Currently, because CMU is located in a rural area, so there are very limited housing facilities aware. So I'm currently living in on campus. So, but I will be planning soon to move out of campus next semester soon, because there are things that need to be aligned if I'll be planning for university to include this into my package. For because on even living on campus also requires some additional cost. That is like, if it's that works that way, that if you are close to your classes, it will charge you more. If you are far apart from the classes,
Right.
that will, for international students, it varies in the case how people wants to do. If they are feasible in paying extra money to be close to their classes, it's good, they can stay on campus. If they are willing to save some extra money, they can live out of campus. And being in Mount Pleasant, like my university is in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, so it's not that huge. The maximum limitation of walk will be like 15 to 20 minutes, and it's really hard to walk on snow in winters. But there's a snow melting season now in February, so it's pretty good to walk, and it's important to walk for your health benefits.
Yes, that's true. So, Asghar, thank you so much for having this interview with us. I'm sure it would be helpful to some of the students who are planning to get admission in United States in masters or in PhD. So, any last thoughts? Any advice that you want to give to those people who would like to come to the US for studies?
Welcome, Zishan, for having me, first of all. And my experience, I have not gaining so much experience because it's been only 2 months here. So a couple of months in USA, and only a month in my university. So I would love to share experience to students, and I just want to say one thing, that students who are planning to apply, please stop associating yourself with a stereotypical standard that I won't get admission, and it's too hard to survive. This concept is something really breaking you at the first point. Initially, uh, don't give up until you try, I would say, because this is something, you getting admission in US is might be a big deal, but it's not that difficult. That is assumed by students, especially in Karachi, because it's finances and cost is something really a factor that really discourage us at the first step. But there are options. There are really plenty of scholarships that you applied to, uh, and there are plenty of scholarships that even CMU supports the students who are studious, who have a great merit. So everyone planning to apply in US, should have like should have a forward approach, should be not confined to studies, especially when living in America. You cannot just confine to studies, you need to make a social circle, because the first couple of weeks will be stressful. Changing environment, it was with me. I was in a stress, like changing environment, and not associating with people that you were in a circle. And also try to give your input, or else you will always think, you will always get things when you will be here. So for initial step, if you are planning to apply, I would say that don't confine yourself in a particular box, just hop out of it.
Okay, with those motivating thoughts, thank you so much, Asghar. And inshallah, we'll take another interview with you when you have, spent some good amount of time in US. So we'll know more of your experiences. So thank you so much. Allah Hafiz and take care.
Welcome for having me, and thank you for the session. Hope everyone goes well.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz.